Scalabrini front. Brian Scalabrini. There it is. Delta Chi. You know who Brian Scalabrini is?
No.
The White Mamba. He played on the Bulls. And our house was obsessed with him for some odd reason. Because whenever he came out, everyone would go wild. And so that was one of the early ones. This was like the first one that I did right there.
Okay, I'm Tom Coleman, and a little background story about how Campus Ink. came to be. In 1905, my grandfather came from Sicily, Italy. He was a trained shoe cobbler, got on a train and ended up in Waukegan, Illinois. Without making it through one full day, he got in a fight with his relatives, got in a car, drove down Route 45, which ended at Champaign. So that is where my grandfather came, got back into the business of repairing shoes, and then opened a tiny little shoe shop on 6th Street in 1905.
Campus Shoe Repair turned into Campus Sportswear after the war. No need for shoes anymore because sandals and bare feet were in. So Tom's grandfather learned how to screen print. That's how Campus Sportswear evolved.
In the late 80s, Joe Petita got older and his son Tom took over. I think I bought in the early 90s, and Campus Sportswear then became Tom and Jedd Swisher, Tom Coleman and Jedd Swisher.
And then I came into the picture in 2015. We took the company, rebranded as Campus Ink. So 3-4 generations, story changes every single time, but it's an old legend now. My freshman year of college, I came up with this one right here. That was because my fraternity just wanted a shirt for the St. Patrick's Day event, so we made these jerseys. I noticed that a bunch of people were super excited about them, and so I was like, what if I came out with my own clothing line? There it is. That was me year one. And I sold like, 400 or 500 shirts. And so that first year, I made some like good money, but I was like, oh crap, I've got something here. I said, all right, we're gonna do this bigger and better next year. I got in touch with the company that printed for me the year before, and I was like, hey, same event coming up. I've got thousands of followers on my Facebook page now. And then like a week later, I'm on Facebook and I saw that the same company I was buying apparel from set up their own online store with like designs pretty similar to mine. So, I picked up the phone and I just started calling other t-shirt shops. The next shop that came up was Campus Sportswear. Now, Campus Sportswear was barely in the yellow pages. They didn't have a website. It was like awful. It was like, can I talk to someone about a pretty big t-shirt order? And they're like, why don't you come up and meet with us? So I think within the next day, I met with my future business partners, Tom and Jedd. A pretty strong relation started. And every year when I would go up and talk to them, I'd joke and say like, I hope someday that, maybe I could own your business. And they would say, when are we gonna retire and come in and do this? By the time I was a senior, I was graduating. I really didn't know what I wanted to do. And my dad started asking me and saying like, what about the t-shirt guys that you talk to? Have you ever thought about sitting down with them seriously? And so I went to them. I think we were leaving for summer break. And I said, hey Tom, I'm interested in buying a piece of your business.
Steven showed us that he really had the guts and the stamina and wanted to learn and also wanted to teach. He wanted to be able to bring today's new aspects of business, online marketing, bagging and tagging, or individual orders. He wanted to bring that to a very old style company.
And we took him in as a partner because we wanted to grow the business. We had other plans of people wanting to buy into the business, but basically they just wanted to share with what we already had in sales. And we weren't for that because we figured we could do that ourselves. So bringing in another younger person and doing the same thing we're doing wasn't what we were after. We're after to grow the business. And so we've doubled it, tripled it since then, and hope to keep moving forward.